Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is i8skittles from the Gaming Canucks YouTube channel. Been a little while since I did a cast, so I felt like I'd throw something up here. Just a random gas from a Platinum League. This one wasn't sent in by a fan because, you know, can't have too many of those. But we do have that one, and very proud of it, from Titanium. Anyhow, what we're looking at on here is now the Red Zerg mGxLegion. Oh, let's pop up that control, or that. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting these shortcuts down, no big. Alright, so we're looking at the Red Zerg mGxLegion. It almost looks like he has a clan, which you don't see often in Platinum, but you know, why not? And I wonder what mGx would actually stand for. It's like magnesium up there, but kind of backwards. Oh well. Anyhow, and in the bottom right, we have the Blue Terran FluidKMC. More initials. Wonder if KMC are his actual initials, because that would be highly unoriginal, actually, and rather disappointing. Alright, so the map today will be the one and only Backwater Gulch, very popular on the ladder. Not popular as in people like it, just I seem to run into it a lot personally. Frustrating, because I'm a Zerg. Let's get up that production tab. Alrighty. We're seeing, obviously, nothing really happen. The only thing of note that has actually happened so far is the barracks before refinery. Refinery's just going down now. You know. Nothing too major. Supply count's about even. Zerg's on about 15 and looks to be going for a fast expansion. Actually, not a bad idea on Backwater Gulch, as you can see, even in the close positions like they are. Because they are in the... Well, I guess all the positions are relatively the same other than cross. But, like, there isn't much difference. Like, there's here to here. That's not a whole lot of different distance in the overall, I don't know, map idea. However, you still have such room here to defend, and it's not much of a choke point. I'm sure Terrans that like to wall off absolutely hate this, and then they start off with one base play every time. That's what I run into anyway. But it's overall a fairly safe place to go expansion. And it will appear he actually went, yep, he definitely went hatch first. Must be feeling pretty comfortable in his Zerg versus Terran. But a lot of people will do that, you know. If you're in a map like this, or Tal'Darim, it's usually safe to do it. Maps you spawn closer, not so much, but oh well. Looks like the drone scout got in, because this wall-off is not complete! Whew! Look at that. You can fit some serious stuff through that, like you could fit, well, if Colossus needed to get through walls, you could fit one through there. Stealing the gas here. It's a good way to keep your drone alive. Note that for Zerg, the extractors only cost 25 minerals as opposed to the 75 that they cost the Protoss for the assimilators and Terran for the refineries. So it's really not a big loss to do this gas steal. Also helps prevent quick banshees, which is an absolute bane of my existence as a Zerg player. Although we still see, oh, double factory. Could be seeing heavy mech play, or we could be seeing, I don't know, mass Hellion. Which is still technically a mech play, of course, but I don't personally see it quite the same because, you know, it doesn't involve tanks. And all Terran players love tanks. I am gesturing with my hands while I'm talking. That's completely unnecessary because you guys can't see that. Alright. What we're seeing here is, oh, the SCV appears to have made it out alive after getting what I would assume is a full scout of the base. Yep, he sees just about everything's going down. Didn't mean to go to that. Alright. And what we're looking at over here is a couple spine crawlers going down in the front. Not a bad idea, especially if you go hatch first. You don't really want to lose that expansion. You sunk a lot of early game minerals. Late game, it's not as big, but you don't want to lose this one real quick because you just sunk so many minerals right off the bat into it. So a couple spine crawlers. These two spine crawlers will basically hold anything off. We do see the Infernal Preigniter, so we'll be seeing some quick Blue Flame Hellion and expanding behind that pressure. This is actually a fairly good play in my personal opinion. Simply because if you can do enough damage with those Blue Flame Hellions, and they are awful against early game Zerg, unless the Zerg went quick roaches, he's got nothing there. He appears to be ready for any sort of early airplay because, well, 4 queens. Let's go to that unit counting station here, and we will see no actual attacking units, like just 5 marines here, and 4 queens. The drone count is in favor of the Zerg, naturally, being on these 2 bases. Gives him that up, but these 2 mules will rather balance that out. If you look on the income tab, I should really figure out these shortcuts, but I'm far too lazy. Let's figure out this right around here. Minerals, control I. There we go. It just shows you that wonderful little tug of war. And it looks so cool. Whew. Still, I hadn't noticed that. Basically a Spanish wall opening, no gas. I really should have commented on that. Wow. Not a single gas. He just now took 4 extractors, so I could have entirely missed that. Seemed to be very equal in the income. Zerg is pulling ahead, but I guess the mule's probably just expired, and you know, that happens. Yeah, only 1 mule. Hardship. Let's go back to that production. We're seeing an armory go up, so definitely a mech play coming out of the Terran. Now let's get rid of this thing. Control I, right? Yes! Yeah. Alright, so a bunch of blue flame hellions here, moving out, 4 of them. And probably going to, yeah, definitely going to follow up on this mech play. Still making hellions. Got 1 tank coming out. Going to obviously be getting out those Thors pretty quick. Or quick upgrades, actually. Quick upgrades first. Getting that those Vikings on the field here. Interesting choice. These 4 queens should be able to hold this. Oh. Those Zerglings just get roasted. That's why you see so often the Hellion opening against Zerg. Simply because, what are they going to have? Zerglings. What are they against Zerglings? Hellions. And just, everybody seems to like Hellions. You don't see a lot of 2 racks openings recently. Anyway, I remember seeing some in a couple early games I casted. I never uploaded those ones, but they were from like earlier, closer to the beta times. Pull this, bring the queen back now. Bring the queen back. Bring the queen back. But he does have his lair up. And Spire. Seems to be going for roaches, mutas, and whatnot else he feels like it. I like how these cactuses look so dead when they're on creep. We can go find one that's not on creep and see if it's dead too. Come on, cactus. Where are all the cactuses? Let's go look at the Terran's base. Yeah. The cactuses are all very healthy over here. These ones... No. Not so much. That's actually a really cool effect I've noticed. The trees die on creep. And, it's crazy. Fantastic creep spread going on here. I guess those mass queens seem to help that one out. Definitely a Spanish draw play of sorts. Not entirely, but he did get the mass queens just for holding off. Delayed that gas for so long. Still doesn't even have Zergly speed, and we're at the 10-minute mark. Getting those +1s going down. +1 vehicle attacks coming out here for Terran, who I've ignored for a little while. What do we see out of Terran? A factory with no attachments. An engineering bay. Solid. A factory with a reactor not doing anything. This one is getting a tech lab. Okay, this one, there's the Thors. I'm not a complete idiot. I'm just a partial one. 2 scouting Zerglings coming in. Gonna be very unpleasantly surprised by those double tanks. Like that. Seeing the macro is not too bad for either player. Zerg should definitely take a 3rd by this point. We're at the 11-minute mark. And it looks like he's probably looking to do that. I don't know which one he's going to take. There's this one. Wrong click. This one, which is very easy hold, really. 3 missile turrets. Did he scan by any chance? Yep. Spotted the missile turrets. Spotted it, and instantly 3 missile turrets went down. Where did he put them? 1 in this mineral line. 1 in this mineral line. And 1 right there. Not bad turret placement for sure. The Zerg player could technically go around here, pick off some of these structures, pick off the guys in the gas, and he could definitely take off these add-ons. A little bit of a supply block for fluid here. No, come on, supply depot. Build your supply depot. Build your supply depot. Bit of Mulus harass here going on. Killed that turret. And I don't remember the use skill tab thing. Yeah, taken off there. Doing pretty good there. Thors are not too friendly to Mutalisks, I hear. How awful. This missile turret is gone though. Quickly rebuild that. Not carefully, quickly. Quick. Speed, not safety. Units killed. Control R. How good was that harass? 6 workers killed versus 22 from those were mostly Zerglings though. So let's see actually about that. Units lost. Resources actually very close to the same. However, especially in a Zerg versus Terran, if the Zerg manages to kill a bunch of workers, then you're at a huge disadvantage, because the Zerg is then sitting pretty, like, hey, I've got a ton of workers. What now? That is why Zergs always expand, because we like workers. Thors look like badasses. They really do. No matter what they're doing. What else we got going on here? Doesn't like that supply bog. We're looking at the Terran, or the Zerg has... he's coming up on... I don't know. He has about 50 supply advantage, which is just fairly heavy. Looks like a lot of that supply is in these Mutalisks. You gotta run away from those Thors, for sure, unless you want to magic box them, as it is known. Zerg appears to be double expanding now. I'll just pull this around. He is taking this sneaky gold over here. And, well, it's not really sneaky, it's the sensible gold to take. Is this a... It looks like he's probably looking to take a 5th as well. Very interesting. How are his drone counts? Units. 50, only 57 drones and on 3 bases. It's very helpful that you don't have so much supply taken up by drones, but you do need more than that to effectively mine off all these bases. You see, there's only like 3 drones here. This one's just barely oversaturated, I guess. It's very close to just being saturated anyway. Macro hatch up on the base, very good idea. Although, maybe move one of your spare queens over there, unless they're all off in different places, I guess. They're over here! Okay, there's the queens. Definitely need all that gas, so... You know, it's not a bad play. Moving in here with the Mutalisks again. That's a lot of missile turrets. You don't want to go that way. But if he goes back in the main... No, actually a bunch more missile turrets here, too. I'm really not sure where the Zerg would be safe to attack right now. Maybe if he went and cut right in here, he could pick off some of these add-ons. Still seeing a whole bunch more Thors. +2 attack coming up. I don't think he actually got... where's that armory? And nope, he has not even gotten plating level 1. He just likes that attack. Okay. That's not always a bad idea. Roach speed and burrow just about finished, and a 5th is just getting started as this gold is up. I would like to see a massive drone transfer actually up to this gold, because the more drones you have on the gold, it just makes sense. If you're going to have the drone balance, rather than transferring over to this normal mineral patch, put the same number of drones on your golds, and you're just sitting pretty. It's a way of life. Terran has gone and taken his 3rd now. No SCVs at it yet, and he's not transferring, and he's not producing any at any base. He is approximately 90 food behind and less bases. So the Zerg has definitely got the macro game fairly well here, although the Terran seems to be doing very well on his tank placement and overall positioning. Zerg armored level 2 coming up before missile attacks level 2. Or level 1, wow. Zerg doesn't like those quickly dying units. It would make sense if he was going mass Hydralisk, which he doesn't appear to be. Baneling Nest, yes. Here comes Baneling Nest, here comes da-da-da-da-da, Infestors. No Infestors on the field, I don't believe. Units. No Infestors. Lots of roaches. That is a lot of roaches. And you are at supply cap. Attack! Yep, here we go. It's just generally a good idea here. You know, when you're supply cap, attack. Free up some supply. Definitely now you can produce some more units, get back on the production tab, and no units to replace the lost ones. Come on, MX. Your macro is slipping. You can attack. You have no gas. No gas. Haven't taken gas. Put some drones on the gold. Hey, he's taking the gas. Good. It's a good sign. And still nothing on here, but that is because he's not mined out anywhere. Hive starting to come through here. And attack. Come on. You have a ton of roaches. He does not have... I think our Zerg buddy here has gotten into the trap of not knowing what his opponent actually has and assuming he's got a lot more. He needs to attack while these tanks are on siege. If he can get in there right now, come on, move those roaches in. Run, yes! Tanks were just sieging up. The tanks did siege up in time, do some serious damage. But as long as he just produces a whole bunch more roaches, it should be good. Dick just went and upgraded everything, and 50 roaches on the way. Okay, that is an excellent amount of roaches. Where are those Mutalisks? I haven't seen them in a little while. That's a bunch of Overlords. Mutalisks. Did he lose all his Mutalisks? That's what it's starting to look like. And those tanks... Screaming those roaches in 3 at a time, not going to work. However, if he attacks from this side... yes, get in, up, no, focus on the tanks. Tanks, kill tanks. Yes, kill tanks. Build more roaches with your mad money. Look at that money. You can build a lot of roaches for that kind of money. And a queen. He did manage to clean up almost all these tanks. Very good play right there. 4 Thors. 3 of them are in the yellow, you know. You can push in with probably this many with some proper burrow micro, and these Thors will go down. So if he chooses to actually micro instead of just A-moving like he appears to have been doing, even this many roaches should be able to A-move and take out these Thors. Especially since this one just decided to leave the group. Spot a leg there, anyhow. And 1 tank and 4 Thors. Push them right in there. Come on, get them all in. All in attacking. Push them. No. See all these guys that are in the back attacking? That is the problem with A-moving on a spot. You need to move them in closer. Say, take these guys and put them in here so they can actually all attack at the same time. But, not a big deal. He had the numbers to deal with it. He knows burrowing makes them regenerate health like ridiculously fast. So we're looking at, this looks like another command. Okay. It's great that he's expanding. It's not so great he's not saturating these other bases. He's almost mined out on his main. He's not oversaturated here though. He apparently has not been producing SCVs all that much. He is now. Greater Spire is almost finished, as well as ground armor level 3. He really likes to just be immune to the tanks, you know. Fuck microing around tanks. Let's just go in and not die. However, looking at this food count, he needs to attack. He's got the advantage. He knows he destroyed the Terran's battle force. He needs to at least set up a bit of a roach contain, preventing him from having these extra bases. Going heavy into these missile turrets, I don't think he's realized that the Zerg has stopped making Mutalisks. And is simply going, I can make roaches. Because roaches are cool. I like how roaches are. Has he scouted any of this? Let us see what our red Zerg sees. Nothing. Basically nothing. Depleted. And yep, there has been essentially nothing. He doesn't see these. He really should though. He needs to go kill them. 8 Corruptors, so we're probably going to be seeing 8 Broodlords. Fantastic oversaturation of drones on the gold now. But it does make the difference in its own way. Look at the income. Actually, it's very close to even. Probably just due to those mule numbers. Taking out this command though, yeah. They cannot repair it quickly enough to deal with that many roaches. No way at all. Now we should probably be seeing this economy skyrocket more in favor of the red Zerg. Only 4 Broodlords on the way because he is supply capped. Now it's a good time to attack. Attack! Kill the Hellions. Kill the tanks. Kill the Thors. Kill everything. Kill roaches. Kill. Disappear. Kill the Hellions because roaches are good against Hellions. Come on. Kill them. Oh, not to kill. I'm not trying to appear biased here. I'm just... the Zerg has the definite advantage to this point, and he has for quite some time. He out-macroed his opponent by a mile, and he just needs to go in and finish him off. The Terran is really kind of... It doesn't look like he's quite on the ropes. He's still on 2 bases, but you look at him. The food supply is definitely just gone. And the Zerg is just laughing. He's, hey, you know what? I've got a lot of food. I think he assumes that the Terran has a lot more than he does, and that's why he's so hesitant to push. But in reality, he's killed the full army so many times, the Terran just doesn't have much left. He's almost mined out on both these bases, and he just can't support keeping up to this Zerg's macro. Because the Zerg macro has been incredible the whole game. We've got the 4 of these, 4, 5 Broodlords in there, just wrecking the tanks. Oh, run away, Brood Roaches, run away! And this should really be GG for all intents and purposes. He's going to build a bunch more roaches instead. Wow. Come on. Come on. Just kill them. Roaches, kill them! No! They're not attack moved drones. Drones don't get caught by the Hellions. The Brewframe Harrians. No. You have, and oh, 2 Hellions. Move the whole army back. 1 queen. Come on, this 1 queen can probably take out both these Hellions. Just micro Legion, micro. Hey, 4 roaches. There we go. This is going to be GG for the Hellions. And in come the roaches. And 2 queens off creep. Not gonna catch Hellions, but you know. We don't like to micro, so it doesn't matter. Getting Overlord dropping. For some reason of some sort. I guess. Already has Overlord speed. I'm not entirely sure why he got them, but he did. Oh no! Scanned! Oh, that's a lot of Vikings. No! 8 Corruptors! Run away, Broodlords! Run away! The 8 Corruptors can kill these! As soon as they pop, run away! And you're gonna lose a lot of Broodlords right there. But that's okay, because you have 8 more Corruptors on the field. And... 1 Mutalisk! Quick, Mutalisk! Attack the Vikings! Corruptors! Corruptors! Corruptors. Here we go, there's 4 of them. There's 3 of them. Come on. There's 1 of them. There he is. Sorry I was late, guys. It's okay. I guess. Now, he can go in and kill all these, because the Terran tanks are wonderful, but they don't shoot up. Come on now. He really likes his Broodlords. God forbid we should have proper Corruptor support, though. Oh, wow. I mean, if you had, I almost called them sheep, but I meant Hydralisks. I've been playing too much Nexus Wars. If you had Hydralisks in that mix, you wouldn't have to worry about the Corruptor support. But you don't, and you do. So, this isn't that all that good of a mix at the moment. But, you know, actually, these 5 Corruptors can probably hold off most of those Vikings. They're only coming out one at a time. We're seeing Crackling come out. There are no Zerglings in this ball, but he has so much money now. He's just sitting on this ton of money, and you know, wow, that is a lot. Let's look at that units killed tab. Actually, they're about even. That's okay. You know, that's not bad. How's the income tab doing? Definitely going to mGx. He can go and shut down this 3rd again. It would be a very, you know, beneficial to him, really, to shut this down. Planetary Fortresses look really cool. They just look badass with those massive turrets. Anyhow. And, yep, that is precisely what he's going to do. Go in and take out the planetary. Move closer, move closer. There we go. This Zerg knows the secret. It's not really a secret, but, you know, it's just good play. Corruptors, that is a lot of Corruptors and not a lot of Vikings. Kill the Vikings. He's actually using Corruption on the Vikings. Micro! We're actually seeing Micro out of our favorite Zerg. Legion, the friendly Zerg. Push in, kill. Yes, Broodlords can take out those tanks very nicely here. Mainly because the tanks kill each other when they're being Broodlorded. You need to back your roaches off, evidently, as you have clearly noticed by now. Kill all those Vikings, kill the Vikings, and the Broodlords can kill everything else. Because Broodlords are, well, they're pretty good, I hear. That is 10 Broodlords on the way, and only 1 corrupt. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you actually have, after that major loss of units, you actually have a lot of supply open. Build Corruptors. You have so much money. You don't have a lot of gas, I'll admit, but you have so many bases. You can just take more gas. Go take more gas, refill these gases, and you'll be good to go. And you can build a lot of Corruptors. On the other hand, all these Broodlords can just, you know, Broodlords can basically just attack, move through a base. And as we were watching the Terran's base get torn apart here, I'm going to take a quick sip of water. And there's GG. So, what we saw out of both teams here, the Terran went for a Hellion opening and then expand and push into later mech play. Unfortunately, the Hellions didn't quite do as much damage as he might have hoped, and the Zerg was able to do it, force contain on these 2 bases. So while the Terran sat on these 2 bases here and sorta tried to macro up, his macro, as you can see from the minerals and watching them all game, they didn't get too high. They got a little bit high, but not too high. But his macro, he did a good job, but he was stuck on 2 bases. Whereas the Zerg, as we can see, let's count his final bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the fact that they're not actually saturated is not a big deal, because if you're going to saturate 8 bases, you can't saturate 8 bases. You don't get enough supply to do that. But the idea is that you can transfer drones, and, you know, you have all those available mineral patches, and you have all that larva for Zerg. The reason Zerg's macro slipped, well, he was supply capped. He should have pushed a little bit more micro on his units would have been good, but overall, well played by both players. The Zerg just simply out-macroed him, and the Swarm took over. Anyhow, this has been i8skittles, And we'll see you later. Peace out.